If you guys watched the last video, you might have seen that we did that. It's not exactly pretty, but it'll get the job done. When I first got the car, it had some over fenders on it, and when I took the over fenders off, this is what I saw beneath them. As you can see, there was literally zero attempt whatsoever to seal anything from moisture and air and smoke and whatnot. They just hacked a big old square in the quarter panel, threw the over on, and called it a day. We spent all day yesterday creating this, which again, I'm not proud of how it looks, but if you come inside here, you can see that we created an entirely new wheel well, essentially, and patched the 90-degree corners that they cut, seam sealed everything, and it looks terrible, but I do think that it's going to be completely sealed, which is all that really matters. I went and picked up another sheet of 18 gauge, because we ended up using a bit more steel than I thought, so I didn't have enough. And you guessed it, we spent an entire day doing one side the other day. Hopefully this will go a little quicker, because A, I did it already on the other side, so I sort of know what I'm doing. And then B, you might remember that we cut a little plug, because this was all rotted out, there was holes and everything. We cut and welded in a little patch panel there, Bondoed over it, so that definitely added a bit of work. Got ourselves some more seam sealer, some epoxy primer, some rubberized undercoating. I don't want any exposed Bondo or bare metal. Obviously, I mean, the car is gonna need an entire respray at some point. This is just basic prep work. Want to go through and spray the new wheel well with that rubberized undercoating. Still got to go through and patch this hole, patch this hole. I'd like to finish the quarter panels, like both of them, both sides, completely done. That's the goal for today. I already went through and cut off whatever was left of the inner wheel well in here. So now we have this nice clean line all the way on the inside, and just like the other side, I'm gonna cut a little rectangle, tack it to the inside here, and just bend it around. From this angle, you can see if we're following that inner wheel well line, it actually still goes above the 90-degree cuts they did. So I want to cut a little radius up at the top there. In case you guys haven't figured it out by now, cardboard is one of my #1 friends when it comes to making random metal stuff. On this side, I was able to get away with just a rectangle that just went all the way up and around. But on this side, we have our fuel tank tube. I don't know why I'm spacing on the name of that. So we got a rectangle, 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 and then around here it sort of fades to a little point, and that doesn't have to be sealed there, which is pretty much this right here. We can put this in the wheel well as sort of a rough fit. I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but that is pretty much exactly what we want. Then we can trim it with the angle grinder. Went ahead and traced an image of that and made sure it was the correct dimensions, bring that into our plasma software, and we're good to go. And the cut begins. Beautiful. I also went through and I made a flasher plug. It's not called a flasher. I don't know why I keep calling it a flasher. But we open that up, and that is going to be for this right here. One on this side, and of course, one on this side. So we're making two. Two of these ready to cut out, and it begins. Made a little bit of a whoopsie on that one, but I think the cut is okay. A big thing with plasma cutting is to watch out for tipping, and you guys saw once that cut finished, it tipped up and to the side a little bit, and the nozzle actually ended up hitting that there. It looks like it may, I can't tell if it made it lopsided or if that's just the heat affected zone. I might have gotten away. Might have gotten away clean, actually. It can really mess up some cuts, but let me test fit this one. And oh yeah, no, we'll be totally fine with that. Okay, cool. And last one, we got a little circle there for the old antenna. This one's gonna be super quick, literally just 3/4 of an inch circle. Just like that. Here's the parts all cut out. I'm gonna go through and clean these up, and then also have to go through in here and grind down everywhere that I'm gonna be welding, and then probably clean this up too, because I don't know what happened when they were cutting this. Who knows? It's a 240, man.
panels also half Bondo. I just can't escape the Bondo on this car. Started grinding this down, and of course this is all Bondo too. It's pretty crazy, man. Anyway, we're getting all cleaned up, and then it's time to tack that thing in there and get started. This one is already coming out much better and much smoother than the other side. Our arch up on top looks good. We'll just need to make the same 90-degree patch panels on both sides. I might be able to fill that gap with just MIG wire once I push that all the way back and tack that to the body there. But yeah, so far everything's going great. I just got by the welding by, I don't think there's any gas in here to be honest, but welding by the fuel tank thing scared me a little bit. But we're fine. You can see I was able to sort of bend the metal around that contour in that back section there. So it actually looks really, really good. Got that side tacked in. There's a little bit of a gap there that I cut out. I'm gonna do it kind of ghetto and just jam that thing in there. Super happy with how it's looking over there though. I think it's time to add some shallow pie cuts throughout all this and start hammering it up so we can start taking the measurements for those plugs. We love cardboard and we love paper. Okay, so that's the point of the 90-degree. So we could even do, go up a little bit more. I think something like that right there. Plasma cutter, schmlasma cutter. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. Like I said, all of this is getting covered, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, yep. She's ugly, but she'll work. Just like me. Alright, that patch panel is in, and everything else is cut except for the pie cuts on that edge there. This is all looking... when I say this looks good, I know it doesn't look good, but like, it just didn't look good to begin with. Look at all the holes in my hoodie from welding. Those all went to my skin. It looks okay for my skill level and what it is. How about that? Same thing, we gotta cut out a new plug there, tack it up, and we're good to start seam sealing. Man, I don't know what it is, but it's just so draining. How long did it take me today? It's 4:44. I started at like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 out. Why is this taking me so long? God, I don't know. It should not be an 8-hour job, but the other side took that long too. There we are though. I'm content with how it came out. All tacked up on the inside there. Went through and sanded everything and cleaned everything, and now it's time to hit it with Where's the seam sealer? I'm so beat, dude. 2 days of this in a row. I'm gonna blast it with seam sealer. I also have some rubberized undercoating and some epoxy primer. I'm gonna spray both wheel wells with the rubberized undercoating and then hit everything with bare metal with epoxy primer. Oh yeah, and then also I welded the little rectangle in, the circle. Yeah, I got all those welded in. I don't know how much I'm gonna film. I'm just gonna get this done. I should probably mask stuff off, but I'm not going to. I'm just getting the wheel well with the undercoating. I'm gonna do the primer tomorrow. That was a risky one without masking. Let that dry and then do one more coat. Alright. I think that's gonna be our stopping point for the day. This is the fender I did yesterday, or the quarter panel, whatever this stupid thing is called. So all of the seam sealer had fully dried, and we were good to put that rubberized undercoating over it. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, but I just smeared that all around, so we gotta let that cure and everything. But yeah, I mean, dude, it came out great, honestly. Let that dry, and I will see you tomorrow. This would be a very bad time for an earthquake. What's the science behind being puffy when you first wake up? I've never understood that. We just woke up. It's the next day now. Good morning. Everything should be fully dried and cured. All that's feeling good. And it's time to spray this with the rubberized undercoating. Well, first, let's move this car. On this side, that rubberized undercoating should, you can really see all the hammer marks that I put in there. Again, none of this matters how it looks aesthetically, okay? Yeah, all that is dry and good to go. This is the side that I finished in the other video. All is looking good. Let's go get that other side done. I'm trying to like, clean it, but then scuff it up a little bit with sandpaper just so it has something to stick to. Let that dry, and then hit it with one more coat. All right. I think we're good. I figured if I'm already going through all of this trouble and sealing, you know, every single opening, I might as well go through and weld over these self-tap holes. I'm gonna leave the top one because it looks like those were actually done, I mean, correctly in the sense there's only one, because that's how they were mounting the over fender. But who knows what was going on down here. There's all sorts of holes there. I do think I'm gonna replace the self-taps with riv nuts, but I can use those as the pilot hole. So I'm gonna leave the tops. I'm just gonna go through, grind these down, weld them. I don't wanna go through all of this and still have water entering. And just like that, all of our holes are sealed. And to my knowledge, there are now no more openings into the inside of the quarter panel on either side now. we are nearing the finish line, I think. For the quarter panels, at least.
I mean, dude, like, yeah, they're ugly, but I honestly think because right now I want to go through and sand everything and primer it, so it'll at least all be one color. That looks better. I'm not going for looks here. This is 100% function over form, but it does look better, barely.
I just got done. This took way longer than I thought. I just got done sanding this quarter panel, and literally the entire quarter panel is Bondo. Again, that doesn't affect us at all because it's all we're gonna prime over it, slap the over fender on, call it a day. But I thought this was paint. This is all just a vinyl wrap. You see that? It's probably been sitting in the sun for 5 to 10 years. So you can't like heat it up and peel it like you would a normal wrap. So I'm just going in with this thing and sanding the entire quarter panel. So whoever had the car literally bondoed the entire quarter panel, threw a wrap over it without priming or painting or anything, and called it a day. So this is a lot of sanding.
Okay, well that took exponentially longer than I thought it was going to. I thought I was just gonna like scuff up the paint just enough so that the primer would adhere, and then I saw that it was vinyl wrap, and I'm like, I can't primer over wrap. Got that. Dude, my hands are like vibrating from holding that palm sander or whatever, that orbital sander for so long. That quarter panel is ready. Coming on over here. This quarter panel is ready. At least this one's like real paint underneath. Do you see how much Bondo's on this side? It's like they made the quarter panel out of Bondo. Anyway though, everything is prepped. I think I'm just gonna mask off the car super roughly, spray it with that epoxy primer that I have just to seal everything, and then we can be done for now. Got our quarters masked, and again, all I really care about, well, actually on this side there's a bit more because so much of it's exposed Bondo now, but down here where there's still paint, I'm not going to worry about spray. Like the whole car needs a respray. I mainly just want to seal any bare metal, seal the seam sealer, all of the Bondo, so it's not going to be a great primer job. This is pretty much just a seal coat, and then at some point when I respray the whole car, I'll probably go through and fully re-prep everything, re-sand everything, re-prime everything. This is just sort of our preemptive seal coat, I guess you could call it that. Beautiful! I mean, you know what I mean. Got this side looking good enough. Come over here, we got the same thing going on. Any bare metal, any Bondo, all of that has been sealed. Let's let that dry, take the masking off, and see what we've done. You know what? I'm not that bummed on how that looks. From far away, it looks like the seam sealer is just some like atrocious welds. But I think now that everything's the same color, it actually does look a little bit better. I mean, this is what it looked like before. So yeah, I mean, I'd say it's a bit better. Come on over to this side here. Same thing going on. It's all look at how uneven the arch is because I had to make it out of a square essentially. Yeah, right. Not too shabby. All right. Pat ourselves on the back. It's not pretty, but it'll get the job done. I don't really know what to do next. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, let's be honest. We have bigger things to worry about aside from how the car looks clearly. But that being said, the primer is fully dry now. It's the next morning. And just for fun, I want to pull this thing out and mount the overs and see how it's looking. I'm sick of seeing this atrocity of a quarter panel, and I really want to put something over it just so I can see what the car will look like. So we gotta push this bad boy outside. We also have our... They also like tried to tuck the harness here, but didn't end up tucking it at all. So I want to put a little slit right here, pull the harness up, and have it run up here. So like I'm gonna throw the front fenders on for now just to kind of see how everything looks, but this is it's not time yet, okay? In case you don't remember, this is how I got the car, except that there was an engine in it and there was a hood, but I had no front bumper. I had both the front and rear fenders, but again, I didn't know what was underneath the fenders. We found that out the hard way, or the rear overs. I had no rear bumper, so this is pretty much how I saw the car when I bought it. No side skirts, just rear over fenders, front fenders, that's it. I've been scavenging Facebook Marketplace, and I found some very cheap and very clapped S13 Aero. So, I went and picked it up, and here's what we got. We got a front bumper that actually seems like it's in decent condition. It just has a flaking vinyl wrap on it. Looks like it is a little bit damaged in the front there. Yeah, there's the front bumper. And we got these side skirts too. They also need a bit of work. That one's cracked there, but just a quick back glass and it should be fine. No idea what brand they are. These look like 326 power reps or something. Doesn't really matter, because I mean, it's gonna look better than that. I wanna roughly test fit everything and get a feel for what it's gonna look like when it actually has aero on it. I think before I actually mount the bumper, I'm gonna have to remove the stock bumper support. I don't wanna do that right. This is a test fit. Not even a test fit. This is just so I can see my car not completely ugly. I'm just gonna rest this on here. Something like that, very roughly. Dude, that's starting to look like a car. Come on now. I feel like the fact that the front bumper, A, isn't fully mounted yet, so that corner is way lower than it would normally sit. Like the whole thing is sagging, what, 3-4 inches right there? And then B, the fact that as of now, it's the only thing that's not black, which it is black under the red vinyl wrap. So once I pull that, it'll actually blend a lot better. But I think right now that just stands out so much that it's hard to look past that. I think this side, yeah, that side looks a little bit better just from like resting all the aero on there, you know what I mean? Like that looks like an S13 finally. Yes. I gotta find a rear bumper now. And literally, like when I found that the front bumper and the side skirts, I literally found the cheapest aero I could find. I'm not going for anything pretty. I'm not going for anything rare, unique, JDM, any of that. I'm going for the cheap. I just heard something fall. Did the side skirt fall? No? Maybe the car just makes noises. I'm trying to find the cheapest fiberglass I can find for this car. This is the budget build right here. The S14 I splurged a little with the authentic Urus kit. I'm really happy with how this kit looks and how it fits. Except for that, we're not gonna talk about that right now. A lot of time and money and passion and blood, sweat, and tears went into this car. This car, just time, blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of bad words. Wow. It's crazy how much of a difference that makes, dude. I think next for the S13 is gonna be, I wanna rip the vinyl wrap off of the front bumper. I wanna remove that stock bumper support and actually get all of the aero fitted properly. Even the fiberglass that I already had, like this, the passenger front fender needs to be trimmed a little bit on the inside here and just fixed up. Pretty sure as of right now, well, okay, the door has other issues that I gotta work out, but as of now, that door won't open because it clips there. Gotta repair the side skirt. So a lot of just miscellaneous body work that I don't think I need a whole dedicated video to. I'll just keep working on that on the side. But next, we can finally start getting into the engine here, because up next, we just gotta get the car running and driving. Next video, we are going to dive into the engine. We're making progress though. I'm stoked on this. I really appreciate all the positive comments on these videos. I think it's been a really fun journey just for me, myself. It's cool that some of you guys like following along. So thank you all for watching. I will catch you next episode. Peace out.